How's it going, my fellow Titans? Welcome to a brand new Titans Season 3 video. So today, we've got a little bit of an update on Season 3 with some new promotional images that I want to run through, some teasers as well. I was originally going to do my Titan Season 3 kind of discussion video today. If you aren't aware already, I have posted on my community tab for you guys to kind of post anything, theories, questions, anything regarding that Season 3 trailer, and we'll have a massive kind of nerd out video regarding anything and everything to what you guys posted there. So I recommend clicking on that, posting something if you haven't already. I will be posting that soon, but I thought I'm just going to dedicate this video to these new promo images and a little bit of information that we've got, since some of these little teasers for the new season just look, they look really good, and they're from the first 3 episodes. So before we dive into this, go ahead, like the video if you do go on to enjoy it, of course. That really does help me out more than you guys probably know, and also subscribe if you're a Titans fan, because hey, this is where you will probably find all of the brand, well, it not probably, will find the brand new Titans information and stuff like this that you never want to miss out on. So starting with what TV Line teased, because the main guy, I believe, from TV Line has seen the first 3 episodes, of which I should be seeing fairly soon, I'm guessing, because I've got screeners, but I haven't got them just yet, but I'm very looking forward to seeing it myself. And apparently that they say the first 3 episodes premiere on Thursday, August 12th on HBO Max, as we know, and I gotta tell you, that third one is a freaking edge-of-your-seat doozy. Man, my jaw is still on the floor. And then when they got asked a question of any Titans scoops, I'm starved for dickery, please. And they say, I'm a few episodes into Season 3 thus far, and Dick's been busy revisiting his dynamic with Batgirl turned Gotham Police Commissioner Barbara Gordon, while Corey has been repeatedly distracted by something very strange that is going on with her, though she does have a handsome someone to confide in. So what I can already draw out what that is. We won't be getting dickery straight away in regards to what he just teased there. It will be kind of rekindling the romance through Dick Grayson, seeing Barbara Gordon again, the old Batgirl, who is post-killing joke now, hence why she's in the wheelchair, and they're, yeah, rekindling the romance, whilst on this other side, Corey's been distracted by something very strange going on with her. That's kind of continuing on that little power, or lack of power arc that she's been going through at the end of last season, and that little handsome someone to confide in is that therapist guy from last season. This was a kind of leaked a long time ago. I'm very confident in that. Could be wrong, but I think she's going to be spending more time with that guy she was talking to, and then just dropped that therapy card at the end. He seems to be coming back, and I think the dickery content will be coming sometime after those first 3 episodes, if we get it at all. I'm just guessing that the dickery content will be coming after Dick Grayson realized that after the little rekindled romance that he has with Barbara, it's a little bit of a, well, rekindled romance, but then he may realize by the end of the season, I'm actually kind of invested in you, Corey. But anyway, let's get onto these images, because you know me, guys, they are just images, but they're images we haven't seen before, and I've got a bunch to say about them, a whole bunch, because I just freaking love them. And then I kind of want to talk about the Titan Season 3 posters at the end that they released, because look, I love this show, but this is, these images, there's parts that I find cool about it, but there's parts that are not so cool. So I'm going to go through these images, not in any particular order, and starting off with what, if not my favorite one, and that is this shot of the Batcave. I love it. I just love it. I freaking love it. Now, we've seen the Batcave before, but as I said, I theorize that they've got an expanded set this season. I mean, it makes sense. They're living in Wayne Manor this season. They're going to be using the Batcave as like a utility to help assist them in their crime fighting in Gotham City. Hence why Bruce said, be a better Batman. He didn't literally mean be Batman. He just meant like be a better protector of Gotham, since he's stepping down temporarily. And so the Titans, led by Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, will be in essence the better Batman. I love how we're going to be seeing more of it. Now, getting back to my main point, we've seen the Batmobile in there. I want to see that. I want to see it again. That Batmobile was so good looking in Season 1. It was so good looking, and it fits with the vibe so perfectly to Ian Glenn's Bruce Wayne and the aesthetic that we've got on Titans. Now, we see the Jason Todd suit in that little suit cell. I love that. I'm just going to call it a suit cell. It looks amazing. And I am wondering if this is after he's been beaten. Unfortunately, these promo images are a bit blurry. I do like to think that maybe that little bit of darker red around the Robin logo on the armor has a little bit of blood on top of the red armor in of itself. But that is honest speculation there. Like, I genuinely don't know. I like how the mold that is on there, I'm pretty sure that's a mold of Curran Walters, aka Jason Todd's face, so it's cool to think that Bruce gets his little guy to do that. You know, the guy last season who worked in that shop, but underground there was the suit making, like Wayne Tech investigating R&D team. It looks like they make little molds of the face, but either way, just knowing that the bat suit is somewhere hung up in here, but we're probably not going to see it, but it would be awesome if we did. But yeah, we just see Dick Grayson walking in. As I said, these are apparently from the first 3 episodes. My best guess is that this is obviously after Robin apparently died. I'm guessing that the armor was recovered by Bruce. I just appreciate this image so much because I'm really looking forward to seeing maybe what they've added to the Batcave. Adding on to that, we do see Jason at that main computer. I mean, look how many consoles Bruce has got in this Batcave. Now, this particular image is likely, obviously, I could be wrong, but just, you know, wild guess here, before Jason goes out to find maybe his mother and then gets, you know, done in by the Joker. We still quite don't know how exactly or why Jason goes to Amusement Mile to get done in by the Joker with the crowbar and what they're exactly going to adapt from the source material here. But this does seem to fit up with the scene from the main trailer where Jason Todd walks over to the Robin little vigilante mask. I'm guessing this is from that same scene, but yet again, more looks at the Batcave. I love it. But one thing, I completely agree with what you guys are saying. I really hope in that scene, like, there's some kind of argument or just something between Ian Glenn's Bruce and Jason Todd in the Batcave. We've never had a scene with them both. I'm pretty confident. That is really such an oversight. Like, my constructive criticism for the show, like, with all due respect, what are you thinking? You need to do that. You need to, even at the very least, have Ian Glenn be, like, it's perfect for when he feels guilty about Jason dying. Maybe he's just, like, impatient, like, for crying out loud, Jason, alright, you go out there, I'll look into this over here. That's why Jason goes out there without Batman, which leads to his guilt. That's all you have to do. Just organize a scene between Curran and Ian Glenn before they suit up to go out, but that leads up to the event of when Batman isn't with his Robin, and Robin gets beaten in when he's in the... You know what I'm saying? I just really hope they do that. And if it isn't in the first 3 episodes, obviously I'll say, like, I think that's really silly to not include that, because I'm all for this Under the Red Hood, Jason, Death in the Family adaptation, but there are some things that I will be like, why did you not do that if they actually don't include it whilst doing this story? Because a lot of people are thinking it's too fast, this, that, and the other, all these critiques for Red Hood that I actually don't really support. I think they can do it. But I do admit that if they don't do scenes like what I've just rambled about, that is something that I can't really reconcile with. Speaking of Jason, though, we get a scene of him at that very Amusement Mile location, and we see him looking up at something. He's probably looking at the Joker in that little arcade box thing in the trailer. Now, one thing that does intrigue me, and I'm not going to waste too much time on this because at the end of the day, I don't really know, but he's holding something in his hand that does look a little bit like a radio. Now, it could just be a tape recorder, but then it does seem to have a little antenna maybe coming out of it. It would be really cool if Joker left something there, maybe a voice clip repeating of his mother just saying something, and that's what he picks up, and then it's just BS, and his mum isn't even there. But yet again, this is honestly just Boba mad speculation that probably isn't going to happen. So what else could this be? It would be pretty cool if that's a part of his utility belt and where he contacts Bruce, but before he can get a proper word in, maybe that's when he starts getting crowbarred by the Joker off guard, maybe, and that leads Ian Glenn's Bruce to be like, shit, like, I need to find Jason, blah, 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 what's going on? But that, yet again, is a bunch of speculation I can't confirm to you. A lot of people have already been commenting, like, how is Joker going to get the drop on Jason Todd? Like, this is a Robin who arguably probably could take out Joker, because Joker, look, I am a big Joker fan, but, like, he isn't the most skilled at combat. He's a bit nifty with his knife and stuff, but, like, he's not on the level of a martial arts kind of trained Robin via Batman. But I do fully believe if he just surprises him somehow. Like, if you get the drop on anyone at the end of the day, and you have an opportunity to kind of knock them on the head, well, you've already game over. ideally, for like this situation. So I'm guessing it's gonna happen with something like that, but I am intrigued as to what that little device or like radio looking thing is in his hands. I do like to think that maybe he's reaching out to Batman, or maybe it is a part of the lure that the Joker put there in the first place. Oh, and one more thing, this image is a little bit older than the ones that released last night, but I thought I'd chuck it in here. We get another angle at that security guard who's been, you know, tied up to that strength machine kind of arcade thing, and we get another look at the Joker toxin induced face, and I love that. It looks fantastic. But up next, we get this look at Nightwing here. Now, there's not too much to say other than like, oh, it's Nightwing with his escrima sticks in episode 1, likely of season 3, maybe episode 2, maybe episode 3, because I believe, as I said, these are from the first 3 episodes. However, somebody did point out to me, his name is Grayson. He goes by at the Al Azul on Twitter, which was like the name of the Nightwing story that Nightwing, or should I say Brenton Thwaites' Robin, found inspiration for, the story he heard in prison. But anyway, what he said is that this location is basically the same, and I agree, to that scene in the trailer where all of a sudden Nightwing's like in combat with his escrima sticks against Red Hood. It's a very fast-paced clip, but I'm probably slowing it down for you guys to see. As you can tell, that probably matches up to this image, and in that case, in these first 3 episodes, which you would expect anyway, this is likely the still, or promotional image, should I say, from that trailer scene of when Nightwing probably first comes across this Red Hood. Obviously, at this point, he doesn't know that the Red Hood that is, like, he's like probably sticking his escrima stick out to saying, who are you? Like, who are you supposed to be? Or something, like out the Batman trailer. Like, who the hell are you supposed to be? He doesn't know that's Jason Todd. So that's when, like, Red Hood probably, like, flexes something, and then he starts fighting Dick, and Dick's like, whoa, 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 because in that fight scene, you can see that Dick Grayson's caught off guard, and I don't blame him, because probably going up against thugs and criminals in Gotham for a vigilante, especially one who's been trained like Dick Grayson since such a young age, you'd probably underestimate quite a lot of them, or not even underestimate them. You can't blame him, because it's like they're probably all easy. But when you're coming against this new guy, and then he's busting out the moves, that is similar to the training that he's had from Bruce, so he's basically knowing everything you're about to do, then that would like make you think, what the hell? And so yeah, just that's all the takeaway from this image. I think it is connected. And one thing people are saying is that like Jason shouldn't be able to touch Dick Grayson. I disagree with that, because people were using that scene in season 2 when like Dick Grayson put his ass to the floor. That's not really a scene that's really going to highlight Jason's Robin ability. That's more like Jason getting angry, right? And then he tried to do something, but then like he got like slipped up and he landed on the floor. He's very angry and then he rage quit, like walked away. If you actually had a Robin on Robin fight, yes, I'm sure Nightwing would win, but I don't think it's absolutely outside the realms of possibility for this season to imagine Jason Todd maintaining a fight with Dick Grayson, because at the end of the day, they've both learnt the same moves, so just because of that season 2 scene where Jason did get embarrassed, that doesn't all of a sudden make him incapable of fighting Nightwing. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, I will be critical to this season if there are things that I don't think make sense or whatever, but that's not really one of them. I do believe that Jason Todd, especially with like a newfound conviction of like tearing shit up in Gotham City, I think he will be more than capable to fight Nightwing. Especially, as I said, Nightwing's got to underestimate this guy, so that's an advantage as well. Also, just another thing with regards to what is going on there and why Red Hood is there, like I'm sure it's just the Titans walking into like one of Red Hood's operations, because don't forget, he's probably like under the Red Hood, taking control of most of the gangs in Gotham kind of thing, or like they answer to him now. So when like Nightwing and the Titans are protecting Gotham, they're gonna walk into ultimately the Gotham underworld and one of Red Hood's operations, and he's gonna be like, excuse me, this is my turf now, and Nightwing's like, who are you? But speaking of that, I don't believe these Dayton Labs images are in that same location where we see Beast Boy here fighting, just like we've seen in the trailers. And we also get that shot of Superboy and Crypto. Well, in this image, it's just Superboy with the same thugs at Dayton Labs. You can also match this up to the Corey, amazing-looking Starfire shot that we've got here. I think all of these images that you're now seeing on screen of Nightwing as well with his escrima sticks in this position, this is the Dayton Labs scene. As you can tell with the little kind of D logo in the back, background, and I believe we did see Gizmo in the trailer looking for that vial. So ultimately, I don't know what Dayton Labs are exactly constructing other than the fear toxin. And maybe, you know, we've got, like, Gizmo working on behalf of Red Hood. Maybe he's employed some other low-tier kind of Gotham villains to help him. It really wouldn't surprise me, because the whole point of Red Hood is that he intimidates the city when he arrives. So I'm sure, like, these missions of when the Titans are going up against these thugs in Dayton Labs, they're just kind of wondering what is, like, under the surface here. Why are these thugs here? What are they really doing, and who are they working for? And as I said, we know Gizmo is there. We know he holds that vial in the trailer, so I'm sure it is all linked in that way, because we know that Jason does, not necessarily abuse it, but he uses the fear toxin himself, because he also wants to overcome his fear that has been plaguing him since season 2. And then, yeah, imagine then getting your head kicked in by the Joker with a crowbar. You just gotta, yeah, you're gonna want to kind of overcome that kind of inner PTSD. And lastly, I mean, I could gush more over the Nightwing suit and how awesome Brenton Thwaites looks there, but, like, let's get on to actually, even though I said my favorite image was the Batcave one, I think it could be this one, where we see Barbara Gordon in Wayne Manor with Bruce Wayne. I love that he's wearing more of his black undershirt attire, and Dick Grayson there. So we have Batman and a former Robin and a former Batgirl there. This is going to be a brilliant scene. I can't freaking wait. I've heard good things about this scene in particular. We've got a close-up of Bruce as well, which was released a little while ago before this particular image. And we see Barbara here. I've got a feeling this is when she kind of first wheels herself into Wayne Manor. She's got that, like, resting bitch face, and I love it. I love it. And we know that could be because her relationship with Bruce Wayne has been, I'm kind of paraphrasing and abbreviating right now, but you know, in essence, what was said is that it's a strained relationship. Like, I guess that is because, yeah, Gordon and Batman, England's Batman, had, like, this relationship. They were used to each other, right? Now, when Barbara stepped into her father's role as commissioner, I'm sure maybe Barbara didn't see so eye to eye with England's Batman, which leads to the teases of their relationship not being necessarily the best. Like, they still like Bruce and Barbara. They don't hate each other, but they're not, like, best buddies or anything like that, and I can't wait for that. So when Barbara just rocks up to Wayne Manor like this, and then we see in the next photo a little kind of tease of just those three being together, I can't wait for that. And yet again, just to highlight this again, if anyone still made it to this part of the video, if you didn't already, I do love how the wheelchair has the yellow accents in there, like the highlights on the wheel to kind of just symbolize her Batgirl days. Someone said to me, could it just be a wheelchair with yellow on it? No, like, I get what you're saying there, maybe I could be reaching, but no, like, things like this are very deliberately done. If they just wanted, like, a bog standard wheelchair, they would have just got, like, a dark, black, matted wheelchair. But this deliberately has yellow, so you know what I'm saying. Like, and in productions, more often than not, things like this are never usually not done deliberately, if you know what I mean. And I believe that is everything with the new images, but I just wanted to say my bit about the Titans promo posters. So I just, you know, it's just like, for such an exciting and upcoming season, I don't get why this is so bad. So I love the looks of the characters, like Connor Leslie, you look freaking badass there, so does Corey, Raven looks cool there, but there's just, maybe some people won't get this because maybe they're just not as into or versed in Photoshops and stuff like that, but this, like, is a bad Photoshop. Like, it really isn't that good. Same with the other ones. For example, like, you got Savannah Welsh here, who's playing Barbara Gordon. And in this poster, my friends, that's not even Savannah Welsh. It's like they got a stand-in. What? Why? I don't get it. It doesn't do the show justice. You would have thought maybe an HBO Max poster for an upcoming season would be a bit better than this. I think my favorite one is probably the one with Beast Boy and that in the background. But yeah, other than that, there you go, guys. That is the Titans updates for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be coming up with that big fat discussion video that includes a lot of your guys' input in the video. It's all surrounding the official full trailer for Titan Season 3. It's kind of like a retrospective, but, you know, as I said, weighing in opinions, theories, discussions from you guys, bouncing off me, vice versa. You know how it goes. So go to my community tab if you haven't already, but also don't forget, leave your thoughts about what I said in today's video and on today's photos and discussions down in the comments below. But whilst you're down there, click on the top pinned comment. It says show more as well. It's my pinned comment. You can see links to my Twitter feed, my social media, and other places to support me. But other than that, guys, I think that's everything. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you fellow Titans have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you Titans family in the next video. Goodbye.